Hey everybody, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone.
You right there?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Welcome to TGIF San Diego, where we keep you updated on the market, share the latest San Diego buzz, and kick off the weekend together.
We kick it off together, and it's not a 3-day weekend, but Monday is Cinco de Mayo. It's not really a day off, but it should be.
Well, Cinco de Mayo on Monday, that's like the least festive day to have a holiday, but every 7 years, or I'm not sure how they figure in the leap years, but sometimes it's on a Monday.
We're self-employed, so we could take the day off if we wanted, but they don't shut the schools and all that other stuff down. So.
Also, we probably still have to work anyway, even if we tried to take the day off.
Well, I mean, I work on whatever day.
You work all the time.
Yes, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact that my Manhattan has no cherry in it.
Is it really a Manhattan then?
I don't know. That's a question for anyone in the chat.
All right, well, we'll argue about that later.
If it has no cherry, is it a Manhattan? It has the essential ingredient.
Well, let's go to Market Minute. Will you talk about the real estate market for exactly 1 minute, and then we'll move on to other more festive stuff.
In other words, stop screwing around and stick with the format.
Right, everyone's going to leave.
Everyone's going to leave. All of the people that are watching are going to leave if they don't get their Market Minute right off the top. Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay, this week in San Diego, real estate, the number of homes for sale continued to rise to the point where we had to rescale our graph, hitting over 5,700 homes after being down here in the mid 4,000s just like a month and a half ago. So this is kind of a meteoric rise of homes for sale because pending sales have been flat and new listings have been outpacing pending sales for all this time. And if you want more detailed information, of course, go back and watch San Diego Market Watch, where I talk about this same thing for about 3 or 4 minutes. Why is all this happening? Because interest rates are high and only a finite number of people can afford to buy homes right now. So we need to get this number down so that more buyers can come into the pool and buy homes. And there's a number of things that can be done to make that happen that haven't been done yet. So let's get it done, Jerome Powell. With that, I will say thank you.
All right. Okay, that was very concise.
I called out Jay Powell.
Well, hopefully he can fix things for us.
Well, all this time, okay, this is going to be somewhat on the same tangent, but it's not a market update, so technically I'm not talking about real estate. But I was curious last night about what other tools does the Fed have in their kit bag to do things that will push the 10-year Treasury yield down.
And we're talking about lowering interest rates. We want mortgage interest rates lowered.
Yeah, mortgage interest rates.
The Fed is lower. They're working with the federal funds rate, which is like the rate that banks lend each other money short term on. But
that doesn't help us.
Mortgage rates are tied to 10-year Treasury yields, which is a different thing. So we need those to come down.
And in the 2008 through 2022 timeframe, the Federal Reserve was doing all sorts of stuff to drive those bond yields down to keep rates low. Not necessarily good for the economy long term. But, at this point in time, I think, what the hell, let's give it a shot. That would be my move were I in charge of the whole thing.
Well, I think Jay Powell's terming out anyway, or but maybe you could be the new
maybe
chairman
I can
of the
get appointed
Federal
and
Reserve.
start making some of my reckless, crazy moves that I learned about on ChatGPT last night. That's what this country needs, an uninformed idiot to run the Fed.
Well, let's move on to animal news.
I'm straying dangerously close to the political realm, so it's time to move on to animal news.
So we've had the Eagles top story the past several weeks. Well, now we're still look at the Eagles, but we're going to wait it in a minute. Right now, we're going to look at the new giraffe calf at the Wild
cute.
Animal Park.
A new giraffe.
Was born on April 23rd, so this is a very new giraffe. Doesn't seem to have a name yet. Male Maasai giraffe calf. Seems like he's doing well. Let's just peek in a little bit real quick and watch some giraffe
Looks like
footage.
Jar Jar. Doesn't he look like Jar Jar?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah. This giraffe is cuter than Jar Jar, though.
Oh, yeah. I remember when we went to see that movie in the theater and Jar Jar showed up and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then when he kept being in the movie, I was like, about 10 minutes later, I'm like, is this dude going to be in this whole freaking movie?
He was too.
And then the next one is like,
Yeah, it was a lot of Jar Jar.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, let's not dwell on Jar Jar. Tonight we're celebrating this new giraffe calf.
Yes. And it's looking
Hopefully
good.
they don't name him Jar Jar.
Right. Now, I remember when I was a kid in grade school and we learned about cow.
Let's look at the eagles while we hear your story.
Okay. Well, they come out walking, is my point.
Who does?
Giraffe calves, cattle, cow calves.
They just hit the ground running?
Pretty much. I mean, they walk. I thought that was interesting when I was a young person because, human. Anyway, whatever. It's not interesting.
It's very interesting, but let's move on to these eagles here.
Right.
We've been watching these two eaglets, Sunny and Gizmo. They have been named by the third graders. They have their water-resistant feathers, and it looks like they're trying to get their flying feathers going because they look like they're ready to start thinking about learning how to fly.
I'm thinking of that REO Speedwagon song, "Time for Me to Fly."
Yeah, well, that's appropriate here.
I won't sing it because we'll get a copyright infringement.
All right, well, that was animal news.
Time for me to fly. Yeah, sorry.
Let's move on to weekend events.
Yes.
Okay, so Cinco de Mayo. Now, some people think that Cinco de Mayo is, first, let's just get this out of the way. Cinco de Mayo, it's not Mexican Independence Day, as many people think. It's actually it's celebrating the Battle of Puebla, where they drove out the French on May 5th, 1862. So Mexican Independence Day, it's September 16th, independence from Spain.
I could do a dramatic reenactment of the Mexicans kicking out the French. No, I probably shouldn't do that.
No, I don't think you should do that.
We will not leave. Yes, you will.
All right.
Okay, we are French. We will surrender.
That's probably about how it went. It's probably okay to make just a little bit fun of the French.
We're just
we're done now.
Just
we're
a
done
little,
now.
just a little.
Anyway, they lost at the
Love
Battle
the
of
French.
Puebla.
Love
So
the French.
some folks, mostly Americans, are celebrating Cinco de Mayo, which this month is on a Monday. We've got a salsa fest in North Park. We've got the Gas Lamp has a big thing. It's
On
a
Monday?
free event. Oh no, this is on Saturday.
Okay.
When is the salsa fest? It seems like we're celebrating on Saturday. We'll celebrate a little bit on Monday too. Gas Lamp, huge free fiesta, big block party with music, dancing, festive fun for all ages. There's a little video here. Let's be lazy and we'll just give you a little taste of what you might experience. It's only 39 seconds long, so I don't even have to decide which parts to show. Mariachis,
It looks like fun.
dancing, yes.
The
The lowrider show. That's gonna be fun. All right. So now there's a lot of stuff going on. They have a bunch of different stages. One thing that they have going on is, where did it go? There's like a Chihuahua race. Never mind. Okay, that's not here. That's in Old Town.
a Chihuahua race?
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute because I'm not sure if that's okay or not.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I know you probably don't like that.
There's stuff going on in Old Town too. Okay. Well, I don't know. I lost where it was. But anyway, they're going to have a Chihuahua race here. Boy, I wish
saw it
I
a
could.
second ago.
Yeah, where did it go? Maybe that is in the
right.
Gas Lamp. Oh, yeah, here we go. The Fast and Furriest at Cinco de Mayo in the Gas Lamp. So from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., there's dog stuff going on. There's a talent show, beauty contest, and Chihuahua races. Now, there's not a lot of detail here. I went on YouTube. I tried to find some Chihuahua races. The best I could find was some in Chandler, Arizona in May 3rd of 2014, which is
That
a
was a
different
while
time
ago,
and place.
yeah.
But so I'm trying to figure out, are the Chihuahuas having fun? Do they want to be there? Do they like racing? And if not, then, that's probably not cool. But let's see if these Chihuahuas are going to enjoy this race in Chandler, Arizona.
That's
We're
going to
having
be
rice for dinner.
Yeah, that's going to beep for a minute.
All right, so I'm watching this dog here, this little dog in this pink harness,
like
just
he's
because that's
ready
the
to
closest
go.
one I can see. This video is a few minutes long, so I'm just going to skip ahead and see what happens with this dog. The dog is still there. They're taking pictures of the dog. Let's skip forward a little more. Dogs still there.
When do they
It doesn't seem
race?
like there's a lot of racing going on. It seems like they're trying to get the dogs to do something. And we're patting the dog, saying encouraging things to the dog. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
There
Oh
we
my
go. Okay.
gosh. Wow.
A couple dogs ran. And
Those
this dog, we're
Chihuahuas-
still...
Those Chihuahuas really ran.
This Chihuahua is just sort of, they don't seem like they're in any big hurry to win the race.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not too concerned about this.
It seems like the Chihuahuas are probably having a good time. They don't seem to be putting
not
a lot
like-
of pressure on
Yeah,
them
it's not like
to win.
It's not like horse racing.
No. All right, so I guess I'm okay with Chihuahua races like this. So you can go to the gas lamp and watch the races and, feel
Dave is okay with Chihuahua racing.
as long as everybody's having a good time. Yeah. All right. Cinco de Mayo. Coincidentally, 2014 was the last time I can find any video of what's going on in Old Town for Cinco de Mayo. So we saw a little gas lamp. We saw some Chihuahua racing. Let's see what's happening in Old Town. Some festive arts and
Face
crafts
painting.
and food and music. Looks kind of similar to gas lamp, but just less of it's a different setting, more
Yes.
classic setting,
Yes.
perhaps more authentic in some ways. All right, Cinco de Mayo. Oh, so Open Table has come out with a new top 100 brunch restaurants, and several of them San Diego ones are on the list.
And brunch is on everyone's mind, of course, because Mother's Day is right around the corner, and that's what a lot of people do on Mother's Day. They go out to brunch.
Well, it is a
You brave the crowds.
traditional thing to do.
Yes, it is.
All right, so let's see. San Diego, Cesarina. Now, they've showed up on lists before for Valentine's Day, I believe, one of the best Valentine's Day. We've got Inside Out in Hillcrest and Mr. A's in,
Excuse me. Sorry, Cortez Hill, isn't it?
that sounds about right. All right, anyway. So I went to Cesarina to see what they're doing for brunch. And as far as I can tell, now you might recognize this. They start off with making some pasta when you log onto their website.
That looks like.
Yeah. So I went all over their website and I can't find any mention of brunch. It's lunch and dinner and dessert and what's going on here? Okay. Yeah, we have lunch and dinner, vino and more, and dessert. So I'm thinking maybe we're like shadow banned from eating here for brunch. Maybe they're like filtering out certain IP addresses and they won't let us see the brunch. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense.
If you don't want us, we're not coming.
Well,
That's all I can say.
that's the only explanation that I can see as to how Open Table is top rating them, but we can't see the brunch menu. There's no evidence that they're serving brunch.
Maybe you just have to know.
Well,
You would think they'd put it on their website.
Anyway.
All right.
We could call them, I guess, if we wanted to.
We're calling you out, Cesarina. Why are we banned from brunch?
All right, let's do a little blast from the past and talk about Costco.
Okay.
So it seems a bit debatable, but many people are claiming that the first Costco was here in San Diego on Morena Boulevard.
Interesting.
So, and it was a price club. So it was an airplane hangar that I believe was one of Howard Hughes's airplane hangars.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Fascinating.
Yes. So then in, what year was it? No, not 1987. 1976, some guys, Saul and Robert Price, opened the Price Club. It was the world's first membership warehouse club. And at the time, it only served small businesses and certain people, government employees. And okay, so then this other dude, Jim Senegal, is he the guy who won't let them raise the price of the hot dogs?
Probably.
Okay. Anyway, he and another guy started a business partially inspired by Price Club, and he'd worked with the Price's other stuff. So they called it Costco. The first one opened in Seattle, Washington. And then Costco and Price Club merged in 1993. So I don't know if you can say that the first Price Club was really the first Costco, but maybe.
Well, it's pretty close. 1993, huh?
Yeah, that's when they merged. But
We've been members of Costco since 1996.
That's
so
true.
We're way back to the beginning, I guess.
So I Googled the site of the first Costco or Price Club. It's 4605 Morena Boulevard, which is a non-public area. I'm not sure what exactly that means because it looks like they've got some businesses here. But
Well, We went there, remember a few months ago, we had sort of a date day in the middle of the day and went out and got some tacos and decided to go to Costco. We went to this particular Costco.
Is this a Costco now, though? Because it looks like it's a Harley Davidson and like storage.
Oh,
I'm
maybe,
not sure
maybe
if
it's a different Costco.
I think there might be another actual Costco.
It was close by there. Oh, well. I'm just lying through my teeth.
Well, now I don't know where the other one is. That
Right there.
No, that's in Carmel Mountain Road. Wait, no,
we're right there.
okay.
It's right there.
All right, well, this looks like the same building. How can it be a Harley dealership, a Costco? Didn't it just say it was some other stuff?
I didn't see that.
This, look. All right, well, let's get in here and see what it says in the building. Self-storage and a Harley Davidson.
Okay,
don't
well,
know.
what is it around the other side, though? Maybe it's a Costco.
It's like an alternate dimension or something.
Yeah. It depends on which dimension you're in as to...
Right. This certainly looks like the Costco we were at.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's not.
Here, no.
Oh, there it
here
is.
we
It's
go.
back there.
Okay, all right. Maybe it's, I don't know. I think we probably talked about this too long, but it seems like it might be all of those things at
You
once.
can't talk about anything too long.
Well,
It's our show.
all right. Well, this Costco is also some other stuff apparently, and was the First Price Club.
In the front, around the other side.
You all right there?
Oh,
What
well.
are we going to talk? Oh, let's do a News 8 throwback. I just
All right.
found this. It showed up in my feed. So News 8 in 1987 went around to try and capture the character of some different communities. So let's
Good.
we're not going to watch the whole thing, but we're just going to
love these
pop
News
in a
8
bit
throwbacks.
here. Yeah.
I could watch these all day long.
All right, let's turn on the audio and check out
High
a bit
net
of
worth,
this.
and it's definitely been updated
Carlo
over the
Cicchetto,
years,
all
but
right.
still.
Came in at a point where the values were not that high. So I don't.
Nice trophy
What are
to
you doing
take.
here?
What do you mean?
You're skipping before.
Well, I'm trying to find something interesting.
Oh, well, how do we know that wasn't interesting? Okay.
I don't know. These people in Rancho Santa Fe had a horse.
Okay.
Is this interesting to you?
No.
It's the kind of life.
All right,
most
let's
of
go
us
to
will-
Solana Beach.
Yes.
People from 1987 in Solana Beach.
Okay.
It's one of the few remaining old beach towns.
Is nothing like it used to be. This was a biker bar. The ties are real strong here. This belly up is.
Oh, Belly Up.
Long
Yeah.
time.
Used to be a biker bar.
and it's been
You're
fun.
saying.
Okay, all right.
According to that guy. I used to work right here on the beach.
I like Belly Up. It's a good place to
Oh,
show.
Transform until I get it right. Will my soul live one more life?
Transformed.
Soul
That's
liver?
Solana Beach today.
think
Becoming
that-
a city last summer
just
is one of the biggest
captions
changes this
word.
community has ever seen.
Soul liver.
Some residents still aren't too sure whether it's good or
One of the
bad.
biggest hits of
Obviously, do it
1987.
Soul liver.
Soul liver.
Bicycling. Okay, let's go to Pacific Beach. Looks like a beginning of an episode of Baywatch.
A little bit.
This is how most of us
Some
view
people
Pacific
live
Beach.
in the
The people who
darkness.
live here may view it a little differently. How would you love it? Is there
You want to hear that guy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what this guy has
I
to say.
guess.
Paradise.
Place to live.
He likes it.
Look at all these
Nice
87
area, San
cars.
Diego.
Oh, this guy,
I've been in
he's got a
San Diego for
Budweiser
20
shirt.
years and My favorite spot.
Digging it.
I got one foot in heaven. We moved from Oklahoma 17 years ago.
Okay.
Still like
She
it?
likes it too.
Love it.
Is there
What's
anything
not
about it
to
you
like?
would change?
Nothing. Oh, I don't want any more people to come.
Sorry about that.
People in Pacific Beach who don't live there. The treasure seekers,
People from Arizona.
sun worshippers, and always those in search of the perfect wave.
All
There are a
right.
lot
All right,
of visitors.
what's next?
It's just-
Ocean Beach. That's going to be, somewhat similar character to PB, I would imagine.
Similar.
More people from the 80s frolicking and riding bikes.
You
Okay,
know,
let's see what this
we're
guy
not
has to say.
complaining. You pay $3 and you get 15 for all this stuff. You know, I came out here on a honeymoon and ran out of money, and I became a go-getter. You know what a go-getter is? You take your wife to work and you go and get her.
You see, no one
What?
image will fit. In addition to
All
that,
right.
it's a
Okay.
neighborhood in the midst of
Point
change.
Loma. Let's see what's happening in Point Loma.
And like so much of our community, its roots go back to the sea. At one time, many fishermen called Point Loma home. Today, the people who live here and the many tourists
All right, let's see what this lady has to say.
It's delightful. Lovely climate. Lovely
She likes
people.
it too.
There's always nice people here. That's what we love about it.
Nina came to San Diego in 1905. She
1905,
was 8 years
dang,
old.
okay.
Today she's
All right.
93 and living in
93,
the Point
she's
Loma
probably not
home
still
she
with us.
moved to 40
Well, you
years
never
ago.
know.
She'd
The
be
home
like
to celebrities and military leaders
137 years
and
old.
host to kings and presidents. The
the
town
hotel's
of
down.
Coronado.
This is very majestic.
For once, something that was lost wasn't forgotten, and the landing going up at the dock could mean another boom for
All
and
right.
boasts of having it
Anyway,
all.
flashback,
call
blast
it
from
the
the past, San Diego neighborhoods.
Nice.
Now, let's go to Idaho, where, oh, never mind, hang on. Now, let's go to Idaho, where the world's tallest and shortest dogs have a play date.
Okay.
So these dogs, they live in Idaho, they all live in Idaho. The world's tallest living dog, 3 feet 3 inches tall, and the world's shortest dog, 3.59 inches. We've got a Great Dane and a Chihuahua.
And they all live in Idaho.
I think so.
Go figure.
Let's check this out. All right, here comes Reggie. And this is, who is this? I missed the name, but they'll probably tell us again. Her name is Purr. Oh, look at that. That's a tiny little dog.
Jeez.
All right, well, these both look like good dogs. Let's see what happens when you get them together.
Wow. That
Okay.
dog is tall.
It
And
looked
that
like
other
they
dog
were-
is short.
It looks like they're supposed to be taking a nap together, but then when I click on it, oh, here we go. That was just a couple seconds. It seems like they're getting the dogs together, although I'm not sure how much they're actually playing. But that's cute anyway.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Do you have any questions or comments about that?
No.
Okay. That's it.
That's the end.
That's all I have. Do you have anything to add? Anything you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about News 8 and how they're?
I don't want to jinx it.
All right, never mind. Well, we might have some other stuff.
We might
to
have
talk
some
about.
other News 8 stuff to talk about in a couple weeks. In a couple weeks, yes. News 8, yes. Coming to a community near you to talk about a builder we might all be familiar with. But we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Seems like we might be done here.
Yep. I guess we're done. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
We'll be entertaining your mom all
Yes,
weekend.
my mother is coming to visit.
Yes. Well, she's coming on a weekend,
That's true.
not in the middle of the week like, sometimes
Well,
happens.
she'll be here for Cinco de Mayo.
That's awesome.
Maybe she wants to go to the gas lamp and watch the Chihuahua races.
Maybe she wants to do some tequila shots.
You never know. All right. I think we should probably move it along.
Yeah. All right, folks.
All right, everybody.
Thanks for
stopping
dropping by.